Hi guys, Lanier here, and the name of this video is how to get some really cool Urbex shots, abandoned Urbex place shots at night, lighting with just your cell phone. Yes, I'm here at Six Flags. Brings back great memories. Freaking love this place. So my intention with this shoot was to go into Six Flags and just check it out again. It had been a while. And once I got in there and started shooting, I'm like, I gotta do something else with this. And so I decided to use my cell phone as my light source. I could have taken a lot of the other lights that I have, but the cell phone is what I had. And I think it turned out really cool because you guys are gonna be able to see what you can do with just a cell phone if you're creative. That's the shot that I just took. Let me show you the cell phone. This is just using flashlight function on my cell phone. All of these images were taken on a 30-second exposure, so while you may think that your light source is insignificant, when you capture the light for 30 seconds, that light source can become pretty profound. This was the first image that I took before adding any light. I liked it, it was great, but I thought it needed a little punch. So I brought out my cell phone, and look at the difference. It's incredible what just a little bit of cell phone light can do to make that image pop. I also want you to pay attention to the settings that I'm using with these shots, and that's something that we're going to review in the gear section at the end of this video, so stay tuned. The back of the camera was a little bit overexposed due to the camcorder, but the finished shots are just gorgeous. I would just lean the cell phone against whatever I could find. The main point was to create a pattern of light that would lead the viewer's eye to something special. So I'm gonna go in here, this hotel thing, and try to find a spot where I can put a light. The idea here was to use the cell phone and shine it through a door, almost like a scene out of a horror movie where there's light coming out of the door to create something really epic. A recent security company was using a dog to help patrol the grounds. I found the dog dish and ended up using it for my lighting prop. Into Main Street. So normally I take a selfie in a place like this because I want to document this awesome experience. So I thought I'd try the same technique, stand really still by standing in front of that phone, and create probably my best selfie ever. So I'm now at my favorite spot, the carousel, and shooting different exposures and changing the light. One lighting scenario is for the signage and the entry gate, and the other lighting scenario is for is backlighting the carousel. So the idea here was to light up the entire carousel, but what I did was string two shots together. So I did one shot with a light behind, and then I did another shot with a light to the side. That's where I placed the phone for one shot, and I placed it behind for the other, and then I combined the two in Photoshop. So let's talk about gear. I used my Sony A9, which has really been my go-to camera for a good while now. I love that 24 megapixels. It's such a sweet spot, and it does a great job at night. The lens choice here is critical. This is the Sigma 20mm f1.4 art lens. What makes this lens so important is that 1.4. I know people are going to look at these shots and think you have to shoot Urbex, you have to shoot architecture, narrowed down to get everything in focus. That's completely false. If your subject, if you're building, if whatever you're using is far enough away from you, you can shoot wide open, let in a ton of light, which will in turn drop your ISO and give you incredibly clean files to work with. And the tripod is just a K&F Concept tripod that I bought on the fly from Amazon for like $100. It's carbon fiber. Editing. First things first, if you're going to do a very low light, long exposure shoot like this, shoot in uncompressed RAW so you can really pull out the shadows in post work. One downfall of using a cell phone to light your scene is it doesn't give off a pretty color light. In Photoshop, I used a color layer to pick that gray area, and then I painted the gray in over the yellow. And there you can see there's one of the panels done, and I obviously did it to all of them to get that yellow out of there. I will also add though that this technique would not work for using on a person. Once you get their skin tone wrong, it's all off. So this is good for buildings. Don't try to do this on people. It won't look good. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Big thanks to my man Russ and his lady Robin for joining me on this excursion into Jazzland. It's been a number of years since I've been here, and it was absolutely incredible to be able to come back, and so many memories. I came to this place. This is my first video that did over 1 million views, and it's just what a crazy place. What a wonderful place. So still kicking. Not really. I miss still abandoned all these years later, but really, really awesome. So thanks for watching, guys. Until next time, keep shooting, never give up on your dreams, find out that works for you. And remember, you only have one chance to get it right. We'll talk to you guys later.